All right, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, always exciting to
Absolutely.
jump back into these.
You know how this works.
Yeah.
You send us some intriguing opening lines, and we get to unpack them, try to figure out what makes them tick.
Exactly. Yeah.
So today, we're going back to a familiar stomping ground, Sherlock Holmes.
Back to Baker Street.
Back to Baker Street.
Yeah.
We had a lot of requests, actually, for the Sign of the Four specifically, so we thought we'd tackle that one.
Makes sense. I mean, it's one of the more popular Holmes stories.
Yeah.
And this is not the first Holmes story, so the readers already have an image of him in their mind when they start this one.
Oh, absolutely.
So the opening line really has to work hard.
Yeah.
How does Doyle kick things off this time?
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
So the line, just to remind everyone, is Sherlock Holmes took his bottle from the corner of the mantelpiece and his hypodermic syringe from its neat morocco case.
Interesting. Not exactly the London fog and the gaslight we usually associate with Sherlock Holmes.
Right. It's not a shadowy figure creeping through the streets.
No.
It's not even a deduction, a brilliant observation.
No, it's much more personal this time.
Yeah, it's a very personal, almost private moment.
Exactly.
And it's striking, right? You don't expect to see this side of Holmes right off the bat.
Well, you have to wonder what Doyle was doing there, right? What's the strategy behind opening the story like that?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely grabs your attention.
It does.
But it also kind of makes you a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's definitely unsettling, especially for a Victorian audience.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about drug use here, which was a pretty taboo subject back then.
Oh, absolutely.
And for a hero, no less.
Yeah, to see your hero, this symbol of logic and reason, engaging in something that's so controversial.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you make of that? What's Doyle trying to do here?
Well, I think on one level, he's playing with our expectations.
Yeah.
He knows we come to a Sherlock Holmes story expecting a certain kind of hero.
Right, the brilliant, infallible detective solving crimes.
Yeah, but here he's showing us a different side of Holmes, a more human, flawed side.
Right.
It's a reminder that even the greatest minds can have their weaknesses, their vices.
And it's not just the drug use, right?
No.
It's the way he goes about it.
Yes, exactly.
There's this line about the neat morocco case.
Yes, that's a crucial detail.
I mean, it's like even his addiction is organized.
Right, even his vices are meticulously arranged.
Yeah, it's almost like he's trying to control it, contain it.
Exactly.
Which to me speaks to that duality.
Absolutely.
The duality that we always see in Holmes, right?
Yes.
The logic and the emotion, the reason and the passion.
The order and the chaos.
Yeah, and it's all there, right in that opening sentence.
And don't forget the historical context, too.
Oh, right.
We can't ignore the fact that this is Victorian England.
Yeah.
A time when attitudes towards drugs were very different.
So how does that play into this opening?
Well, I think Doyle is very cleverly using this seemingly simple sentence to make a comment on Victorian society.
Oh, interesting. He's not explicitly condemning drug use, but he's definitely highlighting the hypocrisy surrounding it.
Right, because cocaine and other drugs were readily available back then?
Exactly. They were often seen as medicines, even fashionable.
Yeah, you had doctors prescribing them for all sorts of ailments.
And yet there was this underlying sense of shame, of secrecy.
So by showing Holmes engaging in this behavior so openly, Doyle is kind of poking at that, isn't he?
I think so. He's forcing us to confront these uncomfortable truths about Victorian society.
And he's doing it right from the very first line.
Exact.
It's amazing how much he packs into that one sentence.
Right. Character development, social commentary, and even foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget the foreshadowing?
Because the Sign of the Four isn't just about solving a mystery.
No, it's much deeper than that.
It's about Holmes's own internal struggles, his battle with addiction.
And that addiction, which we see right in the first line, actually plays a crucial role in the plot.
It does. It nearly leads to disaster at one point.
Yeah, I remember that scene. So it's not just a throwaway detail, it's an integral part of the story.
It's like Doyle is planting a seed in that opening line, a seed that grows throughout the novel.
Exactly, and that's what makes it such a brilliant opening. It's not just a hook, it's a statement of intent.
It's telling us this is going to be a different kind of Holmes story.
More psychological, more introspective.
And more controversial? Maybe?
Perhaps.
But definitely unforgettable.
Absolutely.
So there you have it.
Another deep dive.
Another deep dive into the world of Sherlock Holmes.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. And, you know, it makes you wonder, doesn't it?
What's that?
Does knowing all of this backstory, all of this context, change how you read the rest of the story? Food for thought, right?
Definitely food for thought.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today.
Until next time.
Until next time, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See ya.
And keep those opening lines coming. We love to see what you're reading.
Yeah, keep them coming.
All right, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.